What is it that sets achievers apart from everyone else? Is it their IQ? Their natural talent? Research suggests it may be something else entirely. Hi everyone. Teach My Child is dedicated to helping children maximize their potential. In this video, we'll explore the topic, how to teach my child grit. Grit is a personal quality that determines the ability of high achievers to stick to their goals, despite difficulties and failure. But what is grit, and how can you raise your kids to be gritty individuals? Grit is defined as perseverance and passion for long-term goals. It involves working strenuously toward challenges and maintaining effort and interest in attaining goals over years, even in the face of failure, adversity, and plateaus in progress. What sets gritty people apart is their stamina. As Angela Duckworth, the Christopher H. Brown Distinguished Professor of Psychology at the University of Pennsylvania, and the proponent of grit, puts it in her TED Talk.
Grit is living life like it's a marathon, not a sprint.
While many people would take disappointment or boredom as a sign that things aren't working out, and that it's time to change trajectories, gritty individuals are able to stay the course. Research has shown that traits like grit, perseverance, and self-discipline can predict college success better than standardized tests like the SAT or IQ tests. In a study Duckworth and Deborah Perkins-Goff conducted at West Point Military Academy, where about 1 in 20 cadets usually drop out before the first academic year begins, grit was found to be a better predictor of which cadets would stay than any other indicator West Point used. The same was true for other people in difficult situations, like contestants in the National Spelling Bee, or rookie teachers in tough schools. Between individuals of equal talent, the grittier people did better. Studies also show that grittier individuals attain higher levels of education than less gritty individuals of the same age. Students at an elite university, who scored higher in grit, earned higher GPAs than their peers, despite having lower SAT scores. One thing is clear, based on research, grit matters in pursuing excellence and achieving success. The concept of grit has gained popularity in recent years, but research on it remains relatively new. Because of this, there is no straight answer to the question, how can we teach our kids to be grittier? What we do have are a number of relevant concepts that could guide us in building grit in our children. 1. The growth mindset. In her TED Talk, Duckworth suggested the growth mindset as a way to build grit. The growth mindset is the belief that qualities like intelligence and character can be cultivated through effort, strategies, and help from others. Research shows that the growth mindset can be cultivated in children directly by showing students how stretching oneself and learning new things can cause the brain to form new connections over time, or indirectly, through praise and constructive criticism. Having a growth mindset has been shown to enhance students' motivation and achievement. 2. Optimism. Martin Seligman, a psychologist, educator, and the founder of positive psychology, believes that children learn either optimism or pessimism from the adults in their lives. It is therefore important for parents to model and teach them optimism. How optimistic or pessimistic a person is, boils down to how he explains life's events. An optimistic approach to a bad event would be to view it as temporary, specific to the situation, and impersonal. A pessimistic approach, on the other hand, would be to view the cause of the event as permanent, pervasive, and personal. When your child faces a setback, help him analyze his thoughts about the problem. Does he think that the cause of the problem is permanent?
I stink at math, and will never be good at it.
Or temporary?
I was distracted that day.
Did they blame others or themselves? To make positive change, help your child think that the cause of the negative event is only temporary, and assume some personal responsibility for what happened. 3. Mindfulness. Children who have less grit may be more likely to experience negative emotions, and vice versa. That is why teaching your child how to manage negative emotions can help build grit. One way of calming down is to practice mindfulness. Mindfulness consists of present moment awareness and non-judgmental acceptance of emotions and thoughts. Help your child become aware of what he is feeling by giving him clues to identify when his emotions may be spiraling out of control. For example, rapid breathing can be identified as a sign that your child is feeling anxious. Once he is able to identify and accept these emotions, you can then work on ways to deal with them. You can explore different methods, such as working out, talking to a friend, or writing in a journal. Every child has a unique way of dealing with emotions. What's important is that he should be able to identify when he needs to exercise control. 4. Deliberate practice. Children should be encouraged to work not only with intensity, but with stamina. They should be taught early on that excellence in any field will require years of hard work, and will most likely involve failures and misfortunes along the way. Professor Duckworth and her team encourage talking to children about the value of deliberate practice. Deliberate practice is very effortful practice for things that the child cannot do yet. This kind of practice is not easy, but it is so worth it. Deliberate practice is associated with high levels of accomplishment in many fields, including ballet, music, medicine, and sports. Be honest with your child. Let him know that in order to learn, he will have to do things over and over again, which might get boring. Assure him that the work will eventually be worth it. Research shows that teaching students about the importance of deliberate practice improved academic achievement. 5. Passion. Grit isn't only about perseverance. It's also about passion. In an interview with 𝗙ecie𝗹𝗹𝟎, Professor Duckworth says that the passion aspect of grit is often overlooked, despite being just as important as perseverance. She stressed,
It's not just determination. It's having a direction that you care about.
Studies show that developing a passion can increase motivation and enhance well-being. You can help your child develop his passion by giving him chances to be independent and letting him make his own decisions. He should also be allowed to seek out activities that provide new challenges and give him an opportunity to develop new skills. While you can't dictate what your child's passion should be about, you should show enthusiasm and support for his choices. Let him know that you truly care about what interests him. Just like demonstrating grit itself, raising kids to be gritty requires perseverance and passion. Hopefully, these suggestions have given you a good place to start. With time, patience, and research, we're sure your kids will grow up to be gritty individuals, who can commit to their dreams, and know how to follow through. Has your child found something that he's passionate about? How do you keep him motivated? Comment below. We hope this video has given you a great start to teaching your child grit. If you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, so we can show you more ways on unleashing your child's potential. Hit that notification bell too, so you don't miss any of our videos.